Hello there. Welcome to Brian's World. Be sure to hit the downvote button and report to community guidelines for partial nudity. You're now logged in to the world of Brian. And today we will talk about many things. Man, I hate normal podcast intros. I hate them. And then, they have the ads too usually, man. Shit. That's not how we roll. Because I got to be tuned to the right frequency. I got to be free. If my heart's going to flow. If I'm going to grow with the flow. And be the magic man. I got to be feeling it. I got to be in the moment to operate. And you got to stay in the moment. Look at that. As soon as I opened up and started acting more like I normally do in the beginning of shows. Which is having a pointless, all over the place intro, which doesn't really tell you what you're about to see or what I'm about to talk about. But it just goes with the flow, baby. And we get into something. I usually do these live, but I'm recording this off air because my internet is not paid for, so it is not on. And that's okay. Sometimes in life, you end up in a situation in which you are, quote, down bad. But I'm not down bad because I have help. And I'm working very hard to make some things happen. And they say if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. And that is one thing I have not done. I have constantly tweaked my processes and opened myself to different avenues of income. So you might be kind of doing this maybe the same activity, but you tweak it just so slightly. And there you go. That's how you escape insanity in this world. Because a lot of times we find ourselves in this insanity loop where we kind of want something, or we're striving for something, or a certain way of life that we can't achieve, which I'll talk about is kind of bullshit. And this real game we should be playing. But yeah, no, you don't really analyze what you really want, because everything's going so fast because you're chasing something that's out of reach. And we can find ourselves out of reach sometimes, when all you gotta do is just be a little out of pocket. Because you always got your pockets right here, bro. You got your pocket. Just be a little out of pocket with it. So maybe your daily routine doesn't necessarily change, or you have to do something completely different with your life in order to create a change of circumstance, or bring into this physical reality the manifestation or dreams that you have. And they could be so small and mundane and simple. For me, that's like paying my internet bill and doing my best job at my sales job and studying every single day and staying with it. They do a good job of getting me some opportunities and some at-bats, so I've been busy. And that's good. And it will always be something to have in my pocket. But I also have to look for other stable forms of income too. And that's just my small little battles. And all that I'm real worried about. I'm not really worried about cars or houses or fancy. It's just the day-to-day. And doing what we can. I'm a victim of my own consequences because of behavior or lack of behavior in the past. I find myself, and recently I've been, even the last 3 years has been 4 years, like a constant upward kinda, but just some bad shit sprinkled in that kind of stands out. But when you put it all together, that when I finally got my last piece of the puzzle, when I finally let go and was free from all the chains that bound me in this physical reality, and realized my potential as a soul, eternal soul, getting to experience what it's like to be in Bryan's world and ride the ride that this meat suit puts me in. Whatever this carbon-based life form with its heart and its brain, whatever it wants to function, its likes and dislikes, its interests, what it feels attracted to. Let's ride with it, baby. Let's see what it has. And we can tweak it if we want, because we have some control over who we want to be. We have a lot of control over who we want to be and who we can be. And we have control over our potential at any moment in time to be clutch and make a game-winning shot in life. So you always gotta be ready. Are you somebody that if you're on the bench, are you scared to go in the game, or are you itching to get in there? I wasn't as aggressive as a personality back in high school. I mean, I like playing shit, but I don't know how itchy I was. I mean, my senior year of football is just hurt. So yeah, I don't want to be out there because I'm already hurt. So it's like you can't defend yourself properly. When you have like a groin hip abductor injury and you can still like run, so you can still play, but your ability to get low and stay low, and then it fucking hurts when you're playing. And like during the play, you can, once the ball is snapped, you turn off everything and just go for it. But then afterwards, you're like, oh, fuck. Well, I'm going to have to do that again? Shit. But you do. And I practiced through it too. And it made me look like I was shitty. Like I fell off. And it coincided when we put the pads on too. That's like right when it started. Like what a wonderful time. Something that severely damages my ability to have power to hit people. Great. So then I felt like a weenie when we put the pads on. At that point, yeah. So that, for my experience, yeah, at that moment, and I can learn and look back and try and figure out what I could have done better. Just been a little more willing to play through the pain. It's just, yeah, it was difficult, I guess. It's just when something is injured on your body and then you're asking it to perform, you're not going to be able to perform at your best. I sprained my ankle last year right around this time. I had my relapse on the alcohol and crashed my boat. I sank my boat. Way down we go. I sprained my ankle, but I was really getting in the summer, and I knew that training and running, at least doing my sprints, my wind sprints. I'm telling you, 5 minutes of blow it out wind sprints, everything you got going until you feel like you're going to puke. It's quick. It's 5 minutes. It's hardcore. Over time, though, I mean, I got used to extraneous workouts and like a 6-day-a-week powerlifting schedule that my body became accustomed to at the age of like 16, 17. So this is the governors in my body. You guys know what the term governor means? A governor on a car is something that doesn't allow it to reach certain speeds. So let's say you have, I have a Chevy Equinox. So the manufacturer Chevy, the maker of the car, they'll put something within that engine where that engine might actually be more powerful and you could go like 150 maxed out, but they put a governor on there so you can only go 120, so you can't stress the engine like that, or so you can't go fast and furious if you have a mental breakdown, because someone having a mental breakdown almost killed me the other day, last week. They literally, I mean, I think they were considering just bashing into me for no reason because they're just speeding up. This car came flying like 90 miles per hour, swerving all over. They almost hit me. They almost banged in the thing. I thought they were about to bang in the wall and then bang into me, and we were fucked. But somehow she swerved out of it. And then her car was like swerving like this. Like it was fast and furious. It was like, it was like so close to spinning out, but it just didn't. It was all over the road. It was crazy. And then like it fucked up her car, so she was going like super slow, and I was just staying back at that point. And I looked back, and it looked like she was just tweaking. She was like this, and looked like she was crying. Like she looked like she had a mental breakdown, almost killed herself and me. Like she literally considered just swerving, and the last second was like, better not. Considering taking her life with mine. I don't know if it was that serious or not. Maybe she was just drunk. But no, once she slowed down, calmed down, like I was like, oh shit. She was having a moment in that moment. And it was like probably like at that point, bro. So yeah, I don't know. I had to shake it off because I was on the way to my sales jobs, and I was like studying in the car, listening to music, getting hyped, getting in the zone. You know, you gotta do your thing to get in the zone, whatever it takes, whatever it goddamn takes. Every tiny little inch, every little detail that you need to plug in there and fine tune, and that's kind of my point here. Is what I was getting at. Even if you feel stuck in the same loop, you can tweak that loop and make small adjustments so that you're no longer locked into that persistent state of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Oh, so good. I love water. Water, dude. But yeah, I guess the last piece in the puzzle for me for the glow up was just kind of the full spiritual. Had a lot to do with it. But I've been able to break other spells, you know? Like being thirsty with girls. And I don't know, maybe because I actually get attention. It's not really fair to me. If I feel like I can just do what I do, and eventually I'll bump into somebody. Someone will be interested in me. I won't even have to do anything and even try until they approach me, which I'm a conversational and funny person anyway, so it'll go well. It's just guaranteed to go well. Like if someone sees me, if a girl sees me and they approach me, I will make sure it goes well. That is your guarantee. That is your Brian guarantee. But yeah, I'm not trying to like brag or anything. It took a lot of hard work to get there. Anything that I like brag about is backed by a large sample size or been told to me by others, you know? If I go around toting my mouth saying something, you know, like, "Oh yeah, I'm good in the bedroom. Oh, sexy time." You know, do you think I've heard that? Do you think I just came up with that idea myself? No, I'm not that kind of person. Especially when it comes to something like that. I'm an earn it type of person. But when you last 30 minutes or longer and can go into, you know, can continue the thing a couple times, you know, I talk a lot, so, you know, it's a strong jaw. You know what I'm saying? This is just, I'm not trying to brag or be cool or anything. This is just a detail about me, you know? And that's cool. You know, you should have cool, good details about yourself too, right? We're all special in our own ways. It just happens to be something I'm a little special at. You got special needs, you call me. I mean, it's just, and I was a late bloomer, you know. And I don't go hooking up all over the place. Not trying to say like I could hook up with any girl or, you know, whatever. No. I'm just saying, when the opportunity arises, I'm going to fire all the ammo I have in the tank. And then the tank's just all it needs is a sip of milk, and suddenly it's got a lot, a big sip of milk, though. It's got to be a milk jug and pours, and it gets kind of all over me, and I don't even wipe it off. Just rub it in. I rub that milk in to my chest hair. And that's all I need, and then there you go. It's like the Energizer Bunny. And I'm all, and again, it's not all about physical, it can be a spiritual and really showing the magic and showing the care. It's not all about just pounding it and laying it down. That's part of it, but what kind of it's like nonverbal communication type shit, bro. You can deep spiritual power can be transmitted and communicated through the activity of sex. And that's why I take it seriously. That's why I really don't sleep around. That's why I don't sleep around. Even if I have a partner, I'd only prefer to do like once a week. Even if it's like a close relationship, talking every day, seeing each other every day, living together. Because you want to keep your chi up, which is hard. It's not the easiest thing to do, but you keep your chi up. Especially if you do have a partner, it's a pretty like good stress reliever. But if you respect the chi, it gives you powers out in the real world. And people have been talking about that. Semen retention, they call it. No fap, they call it. I just call it building up your chi. That's like the polite way to say not beating off or banging a lot. Hey, kitty, you want the rest of this nicotine pouch? I'm gonna get fucked up. See that picture of the beach right there? That's a picture I took in Ohio. That's Ohio, you guys. That's Lake Erie. Look at all that algae and sewage. You see right around here. There was one day that this wasn't a crowded day. This must have been like a cold day. It was like 60 or something, but on a crowded, hot day, right around this buoy, I was taking a selfie with this buoy, and Spider caught him something in the web. Spider caught him one in the web. And I'm not one of those like jump and get excited every time a girl talks to me or anything like that. But what happened was I was trying to take a selfie with the buoy, and these girls, these like college chicks, which I'm like still a college guy. I'm like 23 technically. I know I'm 29 at age, but in my behavior and employment status, I'm more like 23. So anyway, I'm trying to take a selfie with this buoy, and she comes over and, oh, well, let us help you take a picture, blah blah blah. And I thought they were just being nice, like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. I'm Brian with a Y, blah blah. And the one just starts rizzing me, dude. Like the female riz, dude. It comes and goes, bro. It's not it's not this kind of consistent thing. Like men, we be snapping it on at any moment. Some of us. Like me, I'll be not at 7:30 a.m. in the morning at a temp job. Dude's already got some tricks up his sleeve ready, dude. I'm ready to meet my temp. My ghetto white girl princess. Ghetto white boy is one of my 10 personalities. As a person, 10 different personality in one. I think that's kind of how everyone is a little bit, but I don't know. People seem like robots sometimes. I don't know. I'm what you call unexpected. On the opposite of, isn't amnesia? No, amnesia is when you I'm thinking that song Centuries by Fall Out Boy. Sometimes I listen to that song while I run, dude. That's one of my like power songs. It just gets me to so I can push the brink of my body. You have to get like David Goggins talks about it. You just go to this. Now I use music. He says you don't use music. I don't give a fuck what he thinks. I have my own philosophy, my own philosophies, and my own ways of doing things that are tried, true, and tested. But I always look to make adjustments based off what other people do. But anyways, I like listening to music, and certain songs can just make you want to run through a wall. So go outside, listen to that song, and just run like you're running through a bunch of walls. Pretend you're running through every single fucking wall, and you have to just keep going full force to get through all the walls. That's what I do. I'll do like a run, and it'll be a pretty fast pace. Like I got down to 8 minutes. I was like 8:02. Ran like a mile and a half, paced at 8:02. I didn't go longer just because I haven't been running a lot, so I don't want to overstress my legs. Mentally I can, but you gotta be careful. I haven't been like doing any kind of like hardcore training. I've just been doing at-home aerobics to keep up with my fitness. It was sweet though. Right before this, I did a bunch of push-ups, like as many as I could, without like straining. I didn't want to strain my body too hard without starting to strain things too much. And then I just did some like shadow boxing and some combinations, some MMA, some kickboxing. I'm able to rapid fire like a front kick, and I it's cool. I can like do it like quick. Like you get attack somebody with my leg, it just keeps coming, dude. But yeah, I was happy with it because I exerted that much force in a short amount of time. So my cardio, I should have been breathing heavier, but I wasn't breathing as heavy as I was because I'm getting back in shape. And I played basketball today. I went and shot around. I got a basketball hoop right over there. My balls were just flat. And you can't have flat balls, bro. Bro, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Can you have flat balls? It's not acceptable. No. If your balls are flat, you gotta do something about it, bro. I'm just telling you that right now. Like you think you can sit around with flat balls all day long? Yeah, no. Actually, do I do that because I wear tight pants and spandex underwear? I wear MMA shorts to the beach, and I don't know. I guess I was dressed pretty slutty, so maybe that's why that girl at the beach. Going back to that conversation, and what happened right there by the buoy. But yeah, it was her birthday, and she was drunk, and it was like her birthday weekend, and she was at the beach feeling herself, and it sounded like she pretty much scoped out the hottest guy and went for it. Like the hottest single dude there and went for it. Which if I'm there with my summer body is going to be me. Cuz I'll have the nose ring and the earrings. So they'll know I'm slutty and I will capitalize off of with a conversation leaning sexually. I'm a sales guy, I know my buying signs. I'm not pushy. I'm not a pushy sales guy. I'm a straight shooter. But when you have a good product to sell, it makes it easy, right? Ayo. But no, she literally, yeah, I mean, we were kind of hitting it off, flirting, and then she, like, straight up said, like, what's your craziest sex story? Which I'm not going to get into at this point in time. It's been told on my podcast. It might have something to do with Houston, AO. Shouts out. Is that still standing? Well, define crazy. I figured crazy as in like time, place, location, circumstances. But see, she went into a detail of more of like a distinctively pleasurable experience, and I was more like, no, this shit was wild. Like dude was on a bender, had smoked meth, had flown to Houston, had got somehow they let me get a rental car. I hold it down, bro. When I'm the kind I got to a point advanced level of alcohol when you can be somewhat undetectable. People might smell a little bit of booze or think you had a beer or two, or he seems nice. He's all glowed up. He had him a little beer after a long flight. All right, he's fine to drive, I'm sure. Nah, dude's been on. It is day 3, buddy boy. Dude, I mean, I guess when you're hiked up on some kind of amphetamine, um, especially the meth will last and have an onset of like a day or 2 days, and then maybe just maybe upon arriving to this location, Mr. Drunk Brian is like a drug sniffing dog, dude. If somebody has it, the guy's gonna find it, dude. Drunk Brian was a menace. I really don't even like normally throughout my day. I just don't even want to fuck with any kind of prescription drugs or anything other than like weed and like kratom and nootropics and all the supplements. Okay, I am into biohacking and creating a positive cognitive effect to be able to reach higher levels of production. And smoking weed's part of that, so I don't really care what anyone thinks about that. Um, but and you gotta be smart with it, If you smoke too much weed, it can make you hazy and make your skin break out. I use a bong, so you're just doing like one hit at a time, coughing up all the shit. It's not like a long-term exposure to smoke. It's just one big slap. I think that's healthier. I don't know. Maybe it's not. It goes through the water. I don't fucking know. It doesn't make me feel. I didn't. So compared to cigarettes, if I'd been smoking cigarettes and did the cardio I did today, it would suck. Or if I was smoking joints. But I didn't smoke yet. I mean, I'll hit my bong and then go for a run. And maybe it takes like 2 minutes to clean out the engine a bit and cough up a little shit, and it'll be a bit. It'll have a little hit, like on your breathing for a minute. But once you get into the flow, you'll be fine. And I try to get to that point where my cardio is like the strongest point. So like when I stop running, it's because my legs hurt. Which for me, I don't know. What's easier, to push your body or push your cardio? Probably body is easier because that's why people do lifting and not cardio. Because lifting, you can change your body, and kind of like this isn't really from lifting weights at the gym. What I look like right now. You see, I mean, I'm a fitness guy, so I talk about fitness and gains and stuff, so it's not weird for me to take off my shirt. Until you realize I'm wearing a thong. And then it got really weird right in that moment as I took off my shirt. But you're in Brian's world, so that's what you're going to get. But anyway, I might as well flash my physique because it is a fitness thing and people show their physiques on the internet, right? Girls show their butts. I'm allowed to show what I work for. So you can see there's, even your striations coming in. I'm getting my summer body back. Still a little chunky. Gotta take a little bit off the top, but we're getting there. So anyways, damn, we need to pull up like an old picture of me. Like an old stream, because I'd do those live sports streams back when I first started doing YouTube, and I'd be there with my big belly hanging out. Hell yeah, dude. The comeback. What a fucking guy. What a fucking young stunter. What a hellbreaker. This is just tobacco I'm smoking today, so. No, I don't want to show it. We're not going to show that. I need to do a little better job making this program more marketable for the algorithm. But I think we all know what is going to be happening in the background. Just smoking a little tobacco. Yeah, see, look at my arms and stuff. Anyway, my point was, any gains that I've made recently is really just maintaining my body, and I'm not working out any crazy, but I'm getting these good cardio sessions in where I'm really pushing my body. So I combine that with intermittent fasting, and it does kick some butt. But the problem is, it's not really making me stronger. And I'm a big fan of powerlifting and making myself actually stronger. I've made myself more explosive by practicing MMA, so my fast twitch muscles are in a good spot. And my hips are getting a little more fluid. I don't know what happened, I guess. I was stressed out eating too much at that temp job, and I was in a good spot too. But yeah, I gotta keep my hips healthy and stuff, So I gotta keep them explosive, because that's very important for any kind of athletic movement. I still do basketball and throw the football around and play golf. I do a lot of athletic shit. And I'm a gamer, so I try to be good at shit, That's what you gotta do. You gotta be a gamer. Find your game. I like video games too when I have time. That can get your gamership in. Wait, right there when I said I'm a gamer, I just realized this generation thinks of that as like a video gamer. Y'all think that term is only like video gamer. The term gamer, like, for those that know football, Colt McCoy, he was a gamer. Guys, they're just like, he might not have been the most talented, but he was out there trying to fucking win, do everything, whatever it took to win, even if he didn't in the end, because he wasn't good enough. He had a good career, though, and he's rich. And that's all I can have for the rest of the night. Yeah, I don't have like a smoke out section at night. It's 10:37 p.m. right now is the current time of recording. But in the past, I used to, whenever I'd smoke, I would have like a you'd kind of have like a knockout. You know what I'm saying? You'd have a big old bowl or something to put you to bed. But now I don't do that anymore, which is good because it'll help you sleep better. And it's just healthier, and you've already gotten high, so it's going to take a certain amount more to reach the same effect because your daily tolerance has already been destroyed. The best hours for me are like between like 6 to 10 if I got my job to do the next day. Depends on what I have. And it depends on what job I'm working. But it's best to be in the zone. And I want to work jobs that require me to be in the zone. I'm tired of doing like stupid labor shit and simple, mundane, like the UPS store, the box house, the other place. It's just boring. I want to be challenged. That's why I love this sales job, but I need to find a job to supplement it for a stable income too. Ooh, somebody emailed me about the massage place. To be the front desk at a massage place. Damn, I'd be feeling way too sexy. I'd be feeling too sexy to be up in there, bro. I'm too freaky to get a massage. I can't have someone touch me up like that without like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. It's like getting a lap dance. I don't like getting a lap dance. It's not fun to me to get all like I could go somewhere else and try to actually I'd rather have the opportunity to close the deal. Even if there's only a 2 or 1 or 0% chance, I'm just too sexy, bro. Way too sexy for that. Too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for the syrup, too sexy for your girl. Hell no. It's like buying girls drinks. Do it look like I buy girls drinks? Think about it. I go to the bars. I don't even drink, so I spend less money. I still get non-alcoholic beers and some Red Bulls here and there, but mainly just water. I'm usually pretty stoned. I'm not saying I'm sober living. Or hyped up on some nootropic stack that gets my GABA receptors going hard as fuck. But nothing that really intoxicates me or makes me make bad decisions or think badly. It's always very, very positive. And there you go. Therein lies how the reason why when I go out I attract people to me. It's not because I'm some special person that was born this way. I had to tweak and create this person over time. And for a very long time, it was imperfect and really only had its moments. It wasn't a consistent machine. Now, I've learned how to be a consistency. I've learned consistency from day to day. Some days I have my days where I eat shit and fuck off and rest, but you need that. A good rest day, fucking off with my daughter, just hanging out, just not worrying about shit. Maybe getting like some chores done or a little studying for something or some writing done. I'll do something. I don't go a whole day without doing nothing. I'll do even if it's just writing. I really enjoy my kitty too. I'm very blessed for this kitty. It does remind me of the person who gave it to me. I'm very confused how I feel about this person, which really attracts me to them a lot. It's a very, and throwing the fact that they're physically attractive too. Because there's a definitely, yeah, it's like cat in a box. The Schrodinger's theory. Like, I don't know how I feel about her, and I don't know if she knows how she feels about me, so we're both just cat in the box. It could be any outcome. But I think because of our mental health issues that we both can't figure it out. Like, one side's too dark, and I don't like all this, and one side's too light, like, holy shit, you're perfect. And then also, I hate you. Like, I love you, and then I hate you. I think we're both literally, we feel that. I really do. I feel that vibe in the air, bro. And to me, those types of situations are very attractive because I thrive on chaos. So I sniff that out, baby. And then I don't want to seem like the one that seems like desperate or swinging back around. Like, oh, why would you come back to me after all this if you said all this? It's like a pride thing or something, or you couldn't find nobody else. It's really not. I've been having trouble applying any kind of effort in the dating world still. And any, like, trying to shoot my shot or even care to do it. I'm definitely open, heart flowing and growing, enjoying all the people that I meet and bump into, but I can't get back into the hunter's mindset when it comes to females. And maybe that's because I'm putting a lot of my hunter energy into the sales job that I'm doing, as well as like podcasting now. I'm keep myself busy. And my heart's already glowing and flowing with the energy that I have with my daughter. And that grounds me and has already been my focal point, so it's just like routine at this point. You know, I picked her up from daycare. You know, I rotate during the week. So we liked the idea of not having like 1 week here, next week here, because then it creates for kind of like a hectic week. So we wanted to split it up during, you know, then you got to worry about them all week long. And then not all the next week. So you get used to one, used to the other, go back and forth. This, again, I like it because it's chaotic. It goes back and forth all the time. You got to be on top of your shit. But we're so used to it now. It's just so normal. See, I'll pick her up if we need to stop at the Aldi's. There's an Aldi's cheap ass grocery store right across the street from the daycare, dude. Ugh. And it's newer too. I remember they built it. I was so happy. I remember I seen it was just a beat up old building, and they put it's coming soon Aldi's, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Literally the place, only place I'll do my grocery shopping other than like fucking Dollar Tree. I haven't bought anything from any kind of grocery store unless like it was an emergency situation that I had to get like a drink, like a kombucha or like a water or like orange juice because my nose was stuffed up or something. And the Giant Eagle was the closest thing. But yeah, we'll go maybe get some groceries, you know. She's good at not wanting a bunch of stuff. Like, I've taken her in the stores so much that she's trained to know that, like, at least with me, you're probably not going to get anything. So there's no need to fuss over anything. And she's real good about that. Um, I actually really don't buy her much at all. Like, obviously, food wise, yes. Food and snacks and drinks, obviously. um, I guess toys at the Dollar Tree, they're only like fucking $2. Like, that shit don't count, bro. That shit don't count as like a gift. But I didn't even get her anything for Christmas because she's having like 3 Christmases. You feel me? And I just slipped under the cracks. But I don't feel like I need to do that to show love because of my energy. It's just so obvious to her. Like, even in my actions. I even told her, like, hey, I'm sorry that I haven't been spending or giving you as much attention. I've had this other kid in my care, and I've been seeing this girl, you've met her, blah, blah, blah. And I said I stopped talking to her and cut her off. And one of the reasons I did that was for you, just so you know. We're going to have some more time because I'm not talking to her anymore. And she was, so it's just I just make things obvious. Like I literally do things with her in mind. And that was one of the reasons. Forget how I felt about this person. If it's taking away my ability to be my good glow from my daughter, then that's like my main thing. And if you fuck with that, well, I'm not really looking for a relationship anyways or anything. Yeah, someone can make me feel that way, and it is what it is. I'm gonna go after it because I'm a fucking gamer. And I'm a Jameis Winston style motherfucker. I'm gonna get 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions and a fumble. And we're going to lose the game by a touchdown at the end or win the game by a touchdown at the end. I go out slinging, dude. Baker Mayfield, dude. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It matters if you gave all your heart into something. And I never leave anything on the goddamn field. Every day, son. Some days you gotta take a little time off and shit and chill, have fun. But no, as far as working hard and having fun on a day-to-day basis, I execute it that hard as fuck. That's an execution. And like, forget hard work. I try to position myself. That's why I don't smoke that much at night. I cut myself off so my mind is clear in the morning to function. High functioning. I want to be high functioning. So the hard work for me hasn't really been much in the question. I could get depressed maybe and fuck off for a day. But outside of that, sometimes you need that. Everyone needs a day like that once every 2 months. Other than that, I'm used to that, not just the grind, but then trying to execute and be efficient with your time. And it's not easy. It can be a logistical battle sometimes. Non-believers get put to rest, though. Dedication. Turn the last to the best, baby. But yeah, I've really been able to tune back to the right frequency over the last couple of days, and I'm really proud and happy with that. And got my glow back and got my flow back. I even started getting a little desperate with, not desperate, but just in my head, because like I said the other day, when you start to think about one negative thing too much, which was my financial situation, it can pour into other things. And I was still a little bent up over this girl, even to this day and to this moment. Well, I'm still not happy. And I feel like a lot was left on the table for us as humans to grow and develop together in a large variety of different ways. And that sucks sometimes. Because there is no, and I told you this, there's not really going to be another alternative option. Part of my behavior and acting the way I do towards you is because, I really don't think, I don't care about your problems. You have some certain things that I'm not really finding it or seeing anywhere else. They're really, maybe I just need to get out more, and that's a limiting belief. That is a limiting belief. But I do kind of feel that in my heart. So yeah, I have that weighing on me. It's usually not a problem. If I'm glowing and flowing, I'm the hot gun around the corner. I am the hot shot around the corner that you worry about. I'm him. And part of that is I'm an attractant. I execute on things. I execute on my opportunities, but I'm not desperate for opportunities because opportunities are in abundance when you just go with the flow, not when you desperately chase them and worry about them. When you're in the moment, the opportunities come to you. So anyway, yeah, you spiral down one thing. And then like I was talking about the other night, blah blah blah. What was I talking about? Fuck. I talked about that. Oh, let's see here. I wanted to touch on the "that bitch ain't real" girl, or however it went, or however she said it. I forget. But there was a girl on an airplane, a woman on an airplane, pretty foxy, and just had a very fertile vibe, Um, and she said, you know, it's not real. She thought she saw someone that wasn't real. She was freaking out on the airplane, and she was like, "They're not real back there. They're not real." And they had to get her off the airplane. She was twaxed. And afterwards, it went viral. Um, and she became like the "that bitch ain't real" woman. And she became a meme instantly on the internet for having to freak out on like an American Airlines flight. And claiming that she saw someone that wasn't real, like maybe they were a lizard person, shapeshifter, I don't know. Um, Me as a very down to earth spiritual person, one with nature, one with my fellow mankind, one with souls, the one soul energy, we are all one. We are all the gods of our own realities as well. But may our realities intertwine at some point, and we are all gods together as one God. Um, with that said, being deep and stuff, and then seeing other people's behavior and their reactions to certain things that you say, and certain things like don't glow them up that should glow them up, or they don't comprehend certain positive things that like they don't comprehend the positive, like deep spiritual energy you're trying to give them, like it doesn't transmute properly, it causes them to like tweak. I think them people might not be real. I think people like that aren't real. Like maybe glitches in the biochemistry matrix we live in, the physical realm and the laws that govern this physical realm for life. They could be like anomalies that souls haven't been assigned to or something, but something seems missing. And maybe perhaps their soul has been damaged to a point where it's just dark, you know? But they could be NPCs, and they could be, and this person really, they were very, like, shy to be touchy. Like, they're weird. They're like, "Pho." And the person I'm thinking of here, that might not be real. That could have been like a CIA plant set to destroy me. Like they might not exist. What if that street isn't even real and it was all just a dream? I don't know if this 3 months talking phase, they got very deep emotionally but had zero intimacy. Maybe not deep emotionally, but deep practically and attention wise. Yeah. I mean, we were intertwined in each other's days, both Snapchat and text, but also like in like reality, like I come over your house and we spend time. And we might be doing a bunch of bullshit, but still spending time. And the potential that was maybe like a CIA plant meant to like potentially destroy me, and that's why they didn't want to be intimate, because they're actually a synthetic humanoid, like a Terminator type deal. And I mean, I know this is like a comedy podcast and I used to talk conspiracies in the past. I'd say I'm being about 30% serious. Like 1/3 of me right now is pretty serious. And maybe not this person in particular. I think they had some glow to them and that their soul was just damaged. I'm more just using them as a ponder, an example. But they could be after me still. And they might have found my plans. And if they find my plans, it's not going to be good. I'm just kidding. That's a joke, you guys. And I don't think she was a synthetic humanoid sent by the CIA to destroy me. It was just a traumatized human that wanted to be free from the chains that bounded them. But the chains didn't let them see that path. I laid it out for them. Perhaps they will find it. I hope they do. I hope they find that path. I don't care if it involves me. It doesn't need to. That's not my job. That's not my goal. To decide who ends up with me or not. That's for y'all. That's for somebody else to decide whether you want to be with me or not. I don't give a fuck. I'm rocking with me. And it's a good fucking time. It's an interesting fucking life, I'll tell you that. It used to be shitty and I used to suck, but now I'm like, it made me up here. You gotta go down here to get up here. But no, I think that maybe, I don't know, some people, I think there's synthetic humanoids amongst us. I do think so. And I don't think I've been affected by one. But that bitch ain't real, dude. What if, I don't know, it did feel weird, like, or maybe it was like a dream, like a 5G, like, I was actually doing something else, and it was like Fight Club, or I didn't realize. I was like, I was the what's his name from Fight Club? Fuck, Tyler Durden. I was the Tyler Durden of supporting a traumatized single mother. That was like my blackout. And honestly, I did it all from the bottom of my soul because I cared about a damaged human. That's all it ever was. And it got so misconstrued. And I was so frustrated when it got misconstrued that everything that they made me deal with internally in their struggle, I threw it back at them. I gave it back. Like, here, you're going to give me that ammunition? Have it back. Don't play with me. I told you I got some ratchet to me. I'm always gonna be a little ratchet, and if you strike my nerve or something that should have been, if it's like a month-long thing that should have been communicated, and it would have changed behavior and it would have made things to a better circumstance, yeah, I'm gonna get mad, dude. I'm gonna get out my rocket launcher and I'm fucking firing the RPG, and I play a bunch of Grand Theft Auto online, so I'll be Patrick Mahomes in that bitch with the RPG. Or no, I'm old school. I'm Drew Brees in this bitch, dude. Pat Mahomes still got some years to earn. Longevity matters. Drew Brees. But yes, people not being real, lizard people, synthetic humanoids. I don't rule them out. I'm not real big on like trying to find any evidence for it or really care that much about the existence or not, or whether that are fake humans amongst us, like Terminator type. Because you've seen some of the stuff that they have with some of these robots that can really mimic humans' movements. And we know that they're always 10 years ahead of us technology-wise. So the things that they haven't unveiled that they already have ready could already be implemented and being used without our knowledge. Information can be compartmentalized and only known by those that need to know very easily. I mean, we were getting chocolate cakes to the front lines in World War II. Like, in modern times, every little thing is logistically detailed. So you find a way to compartmentalize certain information and control people. We know about manipulation and mind control and CIA and MK Ultra. So the idea of me saying that there's synthetic humanoids, like robot, I mean, they have them sex dolls and wives you can buy. The wife, you can buy human, like a fake human. You can buy one, bro. What I'm talking about, you can buy. They have them Chinese wives. They're built in China, though. They might suck. You're on the phone with them. They're like, ding dong ding. What is your problem with issue with sex doll? It's like, first things first. Her name is Patrice. And she's a good woman. Don't you talk to her. Don't you call my wife a sex doll. We got married. They're like, okay, whatever. What is your problem? Well, my problem with my mechanical wife. Don't you call her a sex doll. But my issue is that the pussy fell out. Yeah. That is the problem that needs fixed. I wish it was something else. I'm really not that type of guy. I treat her well. But the pussy does need fixed. Yeah, I broke the vagina. The vagina on the sex doll. My sex doll wife is broken. Okay, sir, we give you hotline to church. You go hotline to church. You go to church Sunday. That will fix your problem. Having robot wife and breaking vagina on sex doll. You go to church, pray to Jesus. Fuck you, American pig. Why aren't they ever mean? Why, like, who cares? They should be mean back to us. Because what are they gonna... Alright. Well, actually, bro, they probably get, like, beat and shit. China's different. You get fucking... Who knows, bro? But yeah, I don't know. It does. It's a painful thing in life to have a genuine care and have it completely misconstrued through a series of miscommunication and misconception. That's rough. That's rough, you guys. And that care was never actually truly received because it was being misconstrued. And my goal is to, like, be positive with people and spread positive. And now because of that, this situation did not go positive. And I hope that I left this person in a better place than I found them. I truly do. But I don't know if that's the case. I feel like Superman. Maybe I just need to stop being the Joker and be a little Superman. And do a little comeback Riz. Which for me is easy. I speak my heart. I have these feelings. Boom. That's really all. You just actually have to be a romantic to have good game. It's kind of simple. But if you're gonna struggle with it, if you're desperate just for attention, then you're not gonna be good at it. It's kind of it's a simple thing, you guys. The law of attraction. Alright, I gotta get to bed. Went a whole hour, beautiful. Well, thank you all for tuning in, as always. Keep it fucking real. These are some stories from my life. Apply them to your life. And we'll see you again. As always, keep it fucking real. Peace.